What's going on? In this video, we're gonna break down 5 different potential ways that you could get yourself banned from Instagram. You could get your account taken away and you could get kicked off of Instagram simply through using the platform the wrong way and violating a couple of things. So what we're gonna do in this video is outline those 5 different ways so you can make sure to avoid them and not get banned. So let's get right into it. What's going on? It's Ben here from Flick, and last week in our Facebook group, the Social Hub, if you haven't joined that, by the way, what are you doing with your life? Be sure to get in there. It's linked down below. But last week within the Social Hub, we were talking about different ways that you can violate Instagram's terms of service and get yourself banned from the platform. And the conversation started because one of the members of the group did what so many people do on Instagram, and they regrammed a photo without direct permission from the creator of that content. So yes, using somebody else's content without permission is actually against Instagram's terms of service and can potentially get you banned. So the fastest and most surefire way to get your account banned or get you kicked off of Instagram is through violating their terms of service and community guidelines. If you go against these, chances are it's only a matter of time until you get yourself banned. So if you're nervous and you feel like you could be towing the line and you're worried about getting you or your account or your client's account banned, we're gonna highlight some things that you want to make sure to avoid. So before we get started, we strongly recommend you going through and reading Instagram's terms of service. So we've linked that in the description box for your convenience. Go ahead and give that a read, and we're gonna summarize the main points in this video. So now that you've read through Instagram's terms of service for yourself, we're gonna break down the key things that you want to avoid to make sure you don't get banned. And the first thing you wanna make sure to avoid, and obviously this seems fairly straightforward, but you wanna make sure not to break the law on Instagram. And for Instagram, this means don't post content that is supporting or praising terrorism, organized crime, or hate groups, offering sexual services, buying or selling firearms, and illegal or prescription drugs, even if it's legal in your region. You want to avoid these. These are no-nos. So if that wasn't clear enough for you, here's a breakdown of things that you want to make sure to avoid on Instagram. Basically, don't post anything supporting terrorism. If you're planning your next heist anytime soon, you may want to keep that off the gram. So if you wouldn't do it in real life, and doing it in real life would get you in trouble with the law, chances are it can probably get you banned on Instagram as well. The next way you could potentially get yourself banned from Instagram is by violating intellectual property rights. So for a quick example, if you came across a photo that you really loved and you wanted to post it onto your Instagram, you're actually not allowed to do that because that photo is that other person's property, the original creator of it, which means posting it onto your page without expressed consent is a major no-no and can actually get you banned from Instagram immediately. And this also includes anything else that you've copied or collected from other areas of the internet. You actually don't have the right to post that content if it wasn't yours. And after hearing that, I know exactly where your head is going. But what about those accounts that regram other people's content all the time? That's a very good question. Typically, this is fine if you ask for consent and give credit to the original creator. However, if you're posting content as your own and not giving credit where credit is due, that is a violation. So don't do it. Get permission and give credit where it's due. The next surefire way to get yourself kicked off of Instagram is by posting harmful or inappropriate content. And I know the first question, what is considered harmful or inappropriate content in the eyes of Instagram? And well, it doesn't necessarily need to be something that is explicitly illegal to be deemed harmful or inappropriate. But the main components of this kind of content are the following: nudity or graphic content, revenge porn, violence, terrorist activity, and hate speech. So all of those should be fairly common sense that you want to make sure to avoid, but you've now literally been warned, so don't do it. And yes, even if the post isn't meant to be pornographic, it can still be banned. Instagram defines its inappropriate content as the following: photos, videos, and some digitally created content that show sexual intercourse, genitals, and close-ups of fully nude buttocks. Someone should probably mention that to Madonna. So some accounts do run into these problems, but if you avoid the things that we just mentioned, you should avoid being viewed as harmful or inappropriate content in the eyes of Instagram. The next way to get yourself kicked off of Instagram is one that is actually wildly common, and too few people realize the danger they're putting their account in through doing this. And that is through automating your account and your account's activity on Instagram. So if you've ever thought about getting a third-party app to comment or DM or like people's content on your behalf, don't do it. That is exactly what Instagram is referencing here, and that is violating their terms of service. Do not do it. And the best way to grow on Instagram is through organically interacting with your community via likes, comments, and DMs, all the different tools that Instagram gives you, but make sure to not let a bot do it. I know it may be enticing because it can save you some time, but that is completely the opposite of what Instagram is looking for, and you will be penalized and you can get kicked off the platform for using a bot to do these things for you. So take the extra time, be authentic. You'll actually benefit a lot more from it. And before we move on to the next section, this is not to be confused with approved third-party apps such as Flick. Our scheduler and all the tools that we have within Flick are allowed from Instagram and will bring no repercussions to your account. So you can use our scheduler and there is no concern that you'll be impacted negatively because of it. And on that note, if you haven't tried Flick yet and all the different tools that we provide to Instagram creators to help them grow, you can access a free week trial of everything down in the description box below. And everything in there will help you grow and is completely safe, we promise. Also, if you're interested in growing on Instagram, don't forget to like this video. It lets us know that you want more of this kind of content. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we post weekly videos here to help you crush it on Instagram that you definitely don't want to miss, and they're completely free. So click that subscribe button and the bell button as well so you get notified every time we post. So on to the final way that you can get yourself banned or kicked off of Instagram, and that is through using banned hashtags. So we all know that hashtags are a huge tool that you have as an Instagram creator to attract new and targeted followers. But one of the most important things that you want to make sure to be doing as you're doing your Instagram hashtag research is to avoid using banned hashtags. And luckily for you, within Flick, we actually have an audit tool that looks through all the hashtags that you've selected to let you know if any of them are banned from Instagram so you can avoid using them. And unfortunately, a lot of Instagram users aren't even aware that hashtags can get banned, and so many people are actually using banned hashtags and facing penalties because of it. While there are hashtags that are banned for obvious reasons, including profanity, terms related to violence, and other negative things, there are also terms that get banned for other reasons as well. And these hashtags can get flagged by Instagram for a multitude of reasons, but you just want to make sure you're not using any of them that are banned. Instagram has stated in the past that hashtags on Instagram may not be searchable if they're consistently associated with content that doesn't follow our terms of use or community guidelines. So how do you manually check if a hashtag is banned? Go to Instagram's search page and look for the hashtag. If it shows up, you're good. If it doesn't show up, it's probably banned and you shouldn't use it. So that's how you can do it manually. But if you do want to save yourself some time, Flick does have that auditing tool that I mentioned built into our platform. So those are 5 common ways that people get themselves banned on Instagram that you want to make sure to avoid. If you're looking for even more Instagram tips, strategy, and advice, you need to join our free Facebook community called the Social Hub. Within there, we provide a ton of free resources and you can connect with people like you who are looking to crush it on Instagram and learn from them. So go ahead and click the link down below and join the community. I'll see you in there. And if you're looking for some more help with finding the right hashtags and using Flick to do that, be sure to watch this video right here where I walk through exactly how to use our tools to their fullest potential. Keep crushing it on Instagram and I'll see you over there in that other video. Peace.